Hello, and welcome back to Dark Souls. Alright, so a couple things. This might look a little bit different than where we were left off last time, and that's for a very specific reason. It's because I'm approaching the end of the DLC, and there is a boss fight. And it is a very tough boss fight, and I kind of want to have the intro scene at the end of an episode, so that way I can throw my head against the wall at the beginning of another episode later on and cut out all the extra bits, because it's a tough fight. I'm not even going to fuck around with you. Like, no, it is tough as nails. And it's gonna take a minute. Let's see. Am I still just wearing the Elite Knight stuff? I don't know, I mix and match any. I might not have the weight ratio to be able to do that. Jester trousers. Oh, fuck that shit. Shadow leggings. Silver Knight leggings. These actually weigh less. What the fuck? Why haven't I switched to these? These are way prettier. Oh well. I'll work on upgrading them later. Bada bing. Alright. So, for the time being, we're going to make a little bit more progress in the vanilla game. Oh, hello. No, that's enough out of you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Now, I'm not gonna front. My first time through, I thought for sure that there was, like, no, I shouldn't grab this. It's obviously a trap. But it's not. This thing right here, which I could see better from over there. What's on what? Yeah, that's like that? Okay, yeah. That right there is a big-ass monster. And I'm going to be able to see it a little bit better later on. So, I'm not going... What have I got? 13? Yeah, okay. No upgrades on the shields that I have. Obviously, this place, I'm not sure if you can tell, is a fire level, so I've got my shield, which is a little bit better for fire damage. And this is kind of a fairly interesting mechanic. Like, you see those statues, and, oh, hey, check it out. There are enemies that look like the statues. And they are weak as shit. But still, it's kind of a clever little trick that the game plays on you. It's not the most clever trick that the game plays on you, but still, it's not bad. What exactly these fucking things are, and how they live, well, I don't really know what to tell you. Oh yeah, I forgot I had Dark Bead equipped, which is basically Dark Souls equivalent of a shotgun. Now I'm trying to be careful, because that big guy over there will most assuredly aggro once I get to a certain step. I don't want to have to deal with him while also dealing with this. Come here, you little fuck. A lot of people talk about having a hard time going back to Dark Souls 1 after playing Dark Souls 3. I disagree, personally. I don't have a hard time with it at all. To me, it's nice to be able to actually see what I'm doing. Well, alright then. There we go. I see. Alright then. Alright, come here, friend. We're gonna try this out real quick. Well, alright then, now you can kind of see why I said that Dark Bead is kind of the Souls equivalent of a shotgun. A sawn-off shotgun. Oh, you're a problem. These things are a bit of a problem. Not really one, though, because I can do this. Alright, bye. But they're mainly an issue because if you actually get near them, they have a corrosive acid attack. And that, in general, is just not any fun. Nobody wants to deal with corrosive acid. Ow. Well, alright then. Hang on, let's see if I can get this guy with it. Nothing else on? I always do this, you know? I always, when I come to dealing with this guy, I always look around to see who else is hiding amongst him. Alright, come here, you fuck. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, how sad. Oh dear. I don't think I'm going to be able to get over that. But man, that's what being a mage should fucking be. Oh, for God's sake. Oh. Come here, you fuck. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's another one? Really? Come here, you fuck. No, I'll go ahead and just do this. Come on. Come on then, friend. Let's get this over with. Actually, hang on, I should save these. There's something coming up that I'm gonna have to deal with. Excuse me? Do you want to try that again? There we go. I was about to say, you better damn well fucking run that by me one more time, motherfucker. That was some old bullshit right there. So, this first section of the demon room... Excuse me a moment. So this first section of the Demon Ruins is pretty okay. It's a good establishing zone, but the Demon Ruins, and to a lesser extent... Excuse me one moment. Let's see here. So, the Demon Ruins, and to a lesser extent, the area after it, which is known as Lost Izalith, is kind of the weakest part of Dark Souls, and which is why I did not save it for last. I saved one of my favorite sections in the entire game for last, because that just felt like the right thing to do. Is this a mimic? I don't think it is. So it's not. A large flame ember, eh? Oh, I've got a bunch of embers that I need to dole out. Ember required for weapon ascension. Large flame ember used in ancient rites. Handled by blacksmiths knowledgeable in ancient methods. A blacksmith with ancient knowledge, you say? I wonder what that could refer to. Mayhaps we'll find out later, eh? So, like I was saying though, Lost Izalith especially, which you can get a little preview of down below, god fucking ow, my eyeballs, is definitely the weakest area in the game. It is... Is that an item I missed? It looks like it is. Hot damn. Well, okay. Let's go grab that. But it is the weakest area in the game, as far as everyone is concerned. Everyone. Which is a shame, because it's... The aesthetic design of Lost Izalith is overall pretty fantastic. And it has a really awesome source of inspiration. Oh, I see how to get that. Come here, you fuck. I would not have thought to do this. Green Titanite. I'm getting a lot of green Titanite. You know what green Titanite helps you make? Fire weapons. Not that I'm going to make those. And I haven't really talked about this a whole lot. In Dark Souls 1, one of the big balancing issues that they had was that fire weapons and lightning weapons, and I guess more or less raw weapons to a lesser extent, did absolute fuck tons of damage without having to have any kind of proper stat investment in order to make them worthwhile like any other regular weapon. There's an alternate path here. Here's one last little preview of what Lost Izalith looks like. Now, I'm not going to go down there because it'll be a big fat waste of time, but suffice it to say, that down there is a door. The fuck is that thing? Oh, I know what those are. Don't worry about those. That down there is a door. That door is locked. I know a way to lock it. I know a way to unlock it. But I did not do this. And I will explain that later on. For the time being, I have one question for you. Who here likes reused assets? Because I know I sure do. Hey, check it out, you guys. It's a giant reused asset. Ow. Well, I timed that wrong. Oh shit, he's about to do that. Well, I timed that wrong. Oh, come on. Well, I timed that wrong. So, this is one of the worst boss fights in the entire game. And it's because of that very reason. It's kind of up to RNG as to whether or not you run into that situation. But suffice it to say, I'm going to switch over to my other sword real quick. Hang on. Oh yeah, I forgot to upgrade this. Do I even have any Twinkling Titanite anymore? Got some. I could upgrade it a little bit. Oh, but I don't have my souls. Well, fuck me then. That's you. I just want to see if this will do any more damage. I'm still good to roll? I'm still good to roll. Okay. But yes, it's kind of an RNG issue, but the Demon Fire Sage can get into this very naughty habit of just spamming that move over and over again. Oh, by the way, it's a move that knocks you down. Oh, by the way, the hitbox will be active as soon as you get back up on your feet. Enjoy. Which for that, I should probably equip my magic shield, which won't be too much of a time constraint. Can I get rid of you? Okay. Okay. And now to not waste my time with the giant centipede monster on my left, on my right. Oh god, don't let that touch you. That is very interesting that I got that, because I didn't want it. Where are the axes again? Of course, they're not with the pole arms. Oh my god, I already got one. I forgot, I must have gotten it during the actual boss fight, one of these guys. Let's see here. Carved from the bones of fellow demons, wielded by the lesser Taurus demons. These guys are the lesser Taurus demons. The lesser ones. His axe is imbued with no special power, but can merrily beat foes to a pulp, providing you have the strength to wield it, which is 46. You have to be 46 strong in order to use this weapon. Alright, that's enough out of you then. Okay. This has much better magic protection, so I'll switch to that real quick. What do my ring situation look like? I think I'll go ahead and put on the blue stone plate in place of the steel protection ring. First and foremost, where the fuck are my souls? There they are. Okay. Got it right that time. Okay, this is what I want. You to do that over and over again. There we go. Excuse Excuse me one moment, please. Thank you. Oh, by all means, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead. Yep. And that's why I made an int build for this playthrough. Because I can do that and not waste any of my precious fucking time. The fuck is that? I completely forgot that he drops this, whatever it is. The Demon's Catalyst. Oh yeah, I remember now. Well, I'm going to stick with Logan's Catalyst for the time being. But, suffice to say, this Catalyst is rather unique in that you can hit motherfuckers with it. And it's actually pretty decent. Afuro! Hello, welcome. I didn't know you knew about my streams, Afuro. Hi. But yes, you can hit motherfuckers with this Catalyst, and it's actually pretty worthwhile. Demon Catalyst from the Izalith Molten Rock can be used as a fire weapon? Huh? What? It does fire damage when you hit people. That's interesting. The Demon Fire Sage was the first demon, really, and the last master of the original fire arts, before the which Izalith engulfed by chaos, creating pyromancy. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, other than that, I don't know what other special, like, properties the Demon's Catalyst has. So now I'm going to ignore the path going down for a moment. I forget what's down that way. That's a lie. I remember something about the path that's down that way. Oh yeah, I forgot I should have my fire shield. Come here, friend. Yes, yes. These enemies are fairly underwhelming. They're neat, but they're underwhelming. Yes, yes. Ah, there's several of you. Okay. Who's next? Are you next? Who's next? Is it you? He was next, you guys. He was next. Let's see what you monsters were guarding this time. Another one of those. I'll just throw it on the pile. Huh. Let's see here. Now, the reason you come up here is, if I'm not mistaken, to enjoy all these statues. Which, by the way, these statues are floating to give you this illusion that they are alive like the other ones. And ho, check it out. This was overlooking the boss room that I just entered and killed that monster in. Just, you know, for no real reason. The level of destruction here kind of implies that the staircase went all the way down, but like... Then what was this other room underneath it for? I don't know. Ah, it's just one of those weird things. The reason you come here is to activate this. Quailag's domain. So you can just walk on over here. And be like, hey bitch, what's up? And it gives you this idea that there's probably some kind of connection between the area that you're in now. What am I trying to do? What am I doing? I'll go ahead and do that for now. Let's see here. I should use whatever Twinkling Titanite I can for the time being to go ahead and pump this up. I am going to use this a little tiny bit, but not a whole lot. Alright, thanks, Quailana. Whoever you fucking are. I don't know. Now, let's see here. Do 291 versus 390. 307, but it's straight physical damage. We'll go and use this for the time being. down back we go. I could probably deal with upgrading my gauntlets as well. So what, maybe the Silver Knight gauntlets? The Balder gauntlets? That's a step down. The only issue with using the Silver Knight equipment, in addition to what I have now, is that it takes Twinkling Titanite. Uh-oh, I'm too heavy. Gonna have to switch those back. Oh well, that's fine. You motherfuckers got something to say? Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. Wanna run that by me again? Boom. Done and done. Oh yeah, there's more. Are you having a little bit of trouble there, friend? Don't worry. I will end your troubles. Oh. Oh. Now, of course, that bonfire up there was a little bit redundant, because there's this one right here. And I will... Oh yeah, I forgot I have this. Oh well, I don't really need it. We'll go ahead and pop. I will go ahead and kindle this bonfire. Let's see here, gonna reverse. And I'll also be human, because there's a thing here. What could it be? Let me just take a drink real quick. I'm drinking out of one of those weird glass cans. Like, it's a glass cup that's shaped like a tin can that you drink a soda out of. Tin? No, those are aluminum, aren't they? No. Oh well. Yeah, the only issue with switching over to some of the Silver Knight gear at this point, though, like I said, is I would have to get a lot more Twinkling Titanite, and that stuff is pricey. I would have to spend hours off-screen grinding and... Oh, hey, what's this? What's this orange thing here? Why, it's Solaire! Who knew that he would be down here? Besides me. Well, why don't we go ahead and bring an old friend on in here? By the way, there's no items down there. So, this shot in particular is a pretty good example of where the inspiration for Izalith came from. Hello, Solaire. You can look this place up on Google, and it's called Angkor Wat. I'll probably have to spell that out later. If I'm not mistaken, it is A-N-K, Angkor, I think? A-N-K-O-R-W-A-T, I think. Oh, I'm probably butchering that. Oh, I guess I could open it up on my phone. Just to make sure I'm giving you the correct information. Fuck's sake. Don't do that. God. Ah. Holy shit, I was right. Sort of. It's actually A-N-G-K-O-R-W-A-T. Angkor Wat. So, Angkor Wat was a temple in... come on, Google, help me out here. Cambodia. Yes, okay. So it was a temple in Cambodia, and it kind of got abandoned for a long-ass time. Yes, Afro. Angkor Wat. Thank you. It was a temple that was abandoned for a long, long time by humans. But nature kind of grew over it in very awesome and interesting and visually evocative ways. Invocative? Maybe I'm thinking of evocative. I do that thing a lot where I get my words very slightly wrong. And this is kind of what it looks like. Stone decorative walls with huge-ass tree parts growing around and through and over them. That is where the inspiration for Izalith as a whole kind of came from. The actual execution on it as a level, though, leaves something to be desired. But never mind that right now, it's time for a boss fight. That's a pretty good fucking camera sweep. Hey, it's that thing that I saw earlier that looked like a monster. That was gonna grab me. Oh. Oh, it actually is a monster. So I'm not going to lie. There's not much of a story behind this thing in terms of the lore that it has, but damn, it's such an awesome design. Unfortunately, it's not a very good boss fight. At least, you can get really unlucky with it. Ow. Because he can hit me from there, and I can't really hit him from here. Ow! And that keeps happening, and now he's too big, and the camera's not working very well for this. It's not a very good boss fight. Holy fucking shit, though, Solaire is tanking like a motherfucker. Time for my secret weapon. Well, alright then. You know, maybe my advanced knowledge of Dark Souls has made this game a little bit too easy for myself at this point. Now, I hope you like this blinding aura that the lava has, because you better get fucking used to it, because it's always like that. Right. The fuck is it? Oh, here we go. So, the creature dropped the orange charred ring. Reduces lava damage. Just to give you an idea. You die when you step on lava, and you die in a hurry. Okay, now if I take that off and put this on top of it. But let's read the description real quick. An orange ring enchanted by a witch reduces lava damage. Since his sores were inflamed by lava from birth, his witch sisters gave him this special ring, but fool that he is, he readily dropped it, and from that spot a terrible centipede demon was born. So that's referring back, all the way back, to, the boss fight with Ceaseless Discharge. I don't believe there's any... Oh. There's items over here. Okay. Green Titanite. Okay. So yes, that's referring back to the item description of Ceaseless Discharge. And now we know why Ceaseless Discharge has his name. It's because his postulating body is always endlessly, you might even say ceaselessly, discharging magma. And that implies, with that description, that he was the only brother in the Witches of Izalith. So this is a door. Don't ask me about this door. It doesn't open. Nobody knows what it's supposed to go to. Nobody has any clue. If I had to guess, I would say this is maybe one of the sealed off doors that leads to the kiln of the first flame. Maybe, but that's a stretch. And I only say that because Lost Izalith's architecture is a little bit similar to that is in that weird area below Firelink that also leads into the kiln of the first flame. That's a stretch, and it's a loose theory at best. Also, holy fuck, where do I go? Oh. Here we go. The annoying thing about this area, you start running into this shit. I'm going to have to constantly be aware of my leg armor's repair rate. And should I bother kindling this fire? I probably don't need to. And looky who we have here. It's Solaire. And he's not looking too hot.
Why? Why? After all this searching, I still cannot find it. Why? Why? After all this searching, I still cannot find it.
Does he have anything else to say? Or is that it?
Why?
So, this is the turning point for Solaire in Dark Souls 1. Our previous incursion with him, we kind of started to see this turning point coming, but now we are finally at the point where he is at his turning point. Now, you might remember that Solaire was kind of on this journey, his own little different journey than mine in Lordran. In his own words, in fact, he even purposely, if I remember correctly, became undead in order to pursue this journey. And his quest in Lordran was he was looking for, and it's hard to tell what exactly this refers to, but he said he was looking for his very own sun, because he, as you might be able to tell, is a worshipper of the sun. Is this sun that he's reaching for some kind of metaphysical concept? Is it... Oh, here we are, Lost Izalith. And check it out, a bunch of giant-ass enemies that are just lazily strewn about. Fun. This is why Lost Izalith is often referred to as just being the absolute fucking worst in the entirety of Dark Souls 1. Because, for one thing, ow, my goddamn eyeballs, this is the most annoying shit in the world. And for another thing, there's really nothing here. Even though there's this giant open space, there's nothing really going on here. At least nothing that anyone would give a shit about. Just come around here and grab this item. There's a few items strewn about here and there across the magma, but honestly, it's hardly worth the effort and time, so I'm just not even going to bother. And speaking of not really worth the time and effort, I'm not really going to bother fighting these things either. Fuck. Not that I can see them. God. This is the literal worst. And they are enemies, but the issue with fighting them is they do this thing where they just jump up in the air over and over again, and there's not really anything you can do to combat that. Alright. Oh, another soul item to throw it on the pile. Back to Solaire, though. Again, it's a little bit hard to tell what exactly his search for his very own sun actually means. No, that's enough out of you. Is this a... I can't remember if this is one. No, it's not. Are you an enemy? But yes. I think this is one of the only areas where it's kind of really difficult to actually get past them without aggroing one. But yes, Solaire. Solaire, to me, kind of represents like this quintessential arc of Dark Souls. At the very least, I don't think anyone will disagree with me when I say that he is very much a big part of what makes Dark Souls 1, at least, so very interesting. Too bad they whoops. Too bad they shamelessly bastardize his importance in later games. If I'm not mistaken, this one right here. There we go, this is what I want. Alright. Solaire represents a lot of things for a lot of people, though. He is very much, at least in my opinion for Dark Souls 1, he's kind of a part of that light in the darkness. Because Dark Souls 1 is a very oppressive game in its tone. Oh, here we go. Very oppressive game in its tone. But Solaire is one of those few things that brings a lighter mood to this game and its darkness. You know, they don't call it Dark Souls for nothing. And there's something just kind of inherently depressing about seeing that Solaire is kind of falling into that darkness. And here we have more of this same concept that I was talking about earlier. Like, they have these enemies that look like statues, and now they have thrown in various statues to kind of try and fool you. And it works to an extent. Except it doesn't really work all that well here, because I can tell just by looking at these guys that the lighting is wrong. That, you know, I'll be able to tell what's what, you know, at a distance from here, like, you know, that's not a statue, that's not a statue. You know, this is clearly a statue because the coloring is wrong, just, even though they make it wobble as it floats there to kind of help that illusion out, the lighting on it just really gives the illusion away. And it's a little bit disappointing in that regard. Here we go. But yeah, this is also part of why Lost Izalith is so underwhelming, is because these enemies are really weak, and the gimmick that is behind them is worn out very fast. Ow. Ow, huh? Pardon me while I eat my words. Yes, these things, I know how to kill these things in one hit. They're not very difficult to dodge or anything like that. And there's just so many of them, and it gets to be boring. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on real quick. Get rid of that. And like, that's not an enemy. I can tell it's not an enemy. Hello? Oh, hello. And they're predictable, and it's just really easy to kill them, unfortunately. It's really just the best way I can think to put it is just quite underwhelming. Now, these things, however, what do we have here? These things, however, are quite oppressive in their design. If I'm not mistaken, they have a grab attack. Like, it's one of those things, it's a little bit goofy in its design. It looks like a giant upside-down cone, and that's just, you know, it's quite silly. But all the eyeballs on them, the weird noises they make, kind of help it come across a little bit better. Alright, now let's see here. Hello? Well, before I go over that way just yet, let me see here. It appears this is the only way I can get this item. Oops. Oh well. Soul of a hero. A little bit of fall damage, but what can you do? I mean, and it's such a shame that Lost Izalith is so underwhelming as a level, because this shot right here, this looks amazing. It looks really good. It's just that they failed ultimately to populate the level with interesting things and what have you. That looks cool. It's like a fake sky. All the veins of lava in this giant stone ceiling above me. And this weird ancient temple here and all that. And it's interesting. It's interesting in design, and it's got a really fascinating backstory in terms of where the inspiration comes from. And you get your scrawny little ass over here, you little fuck. That's right. Get on down here, you fuckwit. I'm gonna pull this guy down here by himself because I know he's got a friend waiting. Now earlier, I don't remember the guy's name, but Quailana mentioned having a student before me. I want to say Saruman was his name. And he's dead. I'll take that. Oh boy. But yes, she mentioned having a student by the name of either Saruman or Solomon. I don't remember. Magic adjust quite high, pretty good scaling. This might be a pretty okay thing to do here for now. I might have to try that out later, test it, see which one's better for the time being. Catalyst of the Witch of Izalith, love long ago, when her daughters were still flame witches, before they were engulfed by the chaos flame, before the birth of pyromancy, their wands were mediums for sorcery, but knowledge of this flame sorcery has long since vanished. So the fire witches were straight up mages. Proper mages. And pyromancy used to be proper magic. Now it's this weird bastardized thing where you don't necessarily have to have a stat requirement, to put it in terms of game mechanics, in order to be able to use it. And here's what's-his-fuck. Yep, that's why I stayed back, because I knew this was going to happen. Oh dear. Okay. Oh no. Goodbye, Kirk. You won't be missed. Wow, that's a lot of souls, thank you. Alright, spiked shield, barbed sword. Hey, I got his stuff after all. Not bad, not bad. Ugh, God. Excuse me one moment. And here we have the infamous... Oh, I get it now. Lost Izalith isn't bad. It's just unfinished. Yeah, I'm not going to tackle the boss fight down that way just yet, but this shot right here tells you all you need to know about Lost Izalith. Is that as the release... As the... Oh god, what's it? As the deadline for the game came on faster and faster, Lost Izalith straight up didn't get finished. And that's kind of the big problem with Lost Izalith. Or at least one of the problems with Lost Izalith. Is that it's straight up an unfinished game. An unfinished section of the game, I should say. Alright, come here, you. How unfortunate. Oh, you got a good look at the head there. Oh, what were you hiding? Hopefully a mimic, I see. No? Not really. I misread the chain. Chaos Fire Whip. Yes. Here we go, Chaos Fire Whip. Art of the flame of chaos which engulf the Witch of Izalith and her daughters. Sweep foes with Chaos Fire Whip. The Fire Whip was wielded by the eldest of the Daughters of Chaos. But, so that's kind of where the lore starts to kind of get overstepped by game mechanics. Because this was wielded by the Witches of Izalith. But I thought the Witches of Izalith used actual magic before pyromancy was a thing. But this is a pyromancy spell. The real answer to that question is, don't think about it. It's just one of those mistakes, if I had to guess. One of those things where the logic kind of had to be trumped by game mechanics. These enemies are so underwhelming. I really don't know how else to put it. There's just so little going on here. I could probably foresee, you know, they probably had a fuck ton of ideas about what was going to go down in this area. But they just didn't have the time to put all of them into practice. This is probably one of the worst traps in the game. There we go. And that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to fucking... Aha, there he is. So yes, that's there. You're supposed to fall down and fall into their teeth, and they grind their teeth, and it's basically like being in a fleshy blender. And frankly, I never want to hear the phrase fleshy blender again in my life. So I'll let you in on a little bit of a secret. This is going to decide what the fuck is going to happen with Sigmar. But more importantly than that, I need to go ahead and switch my rings back around. I need to have... Oh god, where is it? This equipped, because this is going to be a bit of an issue. Hello, Sigmar. Try range battle. Shh, shh, you're not supposed to tell them that yet. Message, be quiet. So this is kind of one of the things about Sigmar that's a little bit, I want to say, somewhat inconsistent in tone, at least. Is the tone surrounding Sigmar's little mini-stories a little bit at odds sometimes with Dark Souls, but again, he kind of helps bring that lighter mood back to an otherwise dark and oppressive and moody game, and it's, oh, it's always so depressing and blah blah blah. But anyways, where he is able to just fall asleep in the most precarious and dangerous of places. Also, I have a question. You know, I don't know if I thought about this before, but I just thought about it now. How the fuck did he get down here? That brick floor didn't give in before I came here. How the fuck did he get here? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. Must be the warmth. Well, what's on your mind? No? Don't tell me? Those monsters making life difficult for you? You need not be ashamed. We're all in the same boat, you know. I really have run up quite a debt to you. Perhaps the time has come.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and tell you. There are several different ways this can go. And I don't remember how to get a particular result. But, so, way number one is you go down there and you kill everything, and you don't let him help you. That leads to one possible ending to his quest line, where I'm pretty sure he goes off and dies of depression or something like that, or possibly even ends his own life. The point is that he wanders off and dies at some way, and that's just kind of it. Way number two, he offers to help you, and you're like, yeah, and then he tells you to stay back, and then you refuse and jump down and help him fight the monsters. At which point if I'm not mistaken, kind of a similar thing happens. And he goes hollow and finds Sieglinde. I might be misremembering this. One of the endings involves him finding Sieglinde in a hollowed out state where he has lost his marbles and attacks his own daughter, upon which point she has to kill him, which is very depressing for her. And there's also... I might be getting the endings mixed up with the different paths here. But this is very organic how Dark Souls goes about this. Choice number 3 is he offers to help you, and you're like, yeah, sure. And if he actually manages to kill everything, and you go down and talk to him, he's like, yes, I finally did it. I finally did the cool thing, like a proper adventurer is supposed to do. Because that's Sigmar's whole shtick, is that he is obsessed with adventuring and being an adventurer, but he's not actually very good at it. So if you give him this one moral victory, his life will feel fulfilled. In his own mind, anyway. Of course, the unknown option number 4 is you can do what I do and fucking cheat and make it so that all the monsters are really weak and will die in one hit to his attacks. And so that way, you're guaranteed to get the fucking option you wanted. Damn right. The thing is, you have to not actually kill any of them, if I'm not mistaken, in order for it to count. I'm cheating! Look at how much I'm cheating. Oh, I'm cheating so good right now. Okay, they are all nice and weakened.
Friend, I have an idea. A good one, really. I will rush those dire fiends, and you can slip away in the confusion. Please, friend. I owe you much more than this. By the honor of the Knights of Katarina, allow me to assist you. And now, I go. Don't be slow.
Here he goes. He did it! Even though I softened them up for him. And then he proceeded to do fuck tons of damage in a single hit. But even though I softened them up for him, he still struggled. Because even though he's quite strong, he does not have a lot of health. Let's see here. Is this the way I want to go? Let's see here. No, that's not the way I want to go. Oh god, I don't remember how to get out of this situation. Oh no! And as you can see here, poison. Oh fuck's sake, I have to get the rusted iron ring on now. So I can actually move around. There we go. And pits! Oh. What are you going to do? You can't exactly get over here. Alright then. Well, I guess that works. I might have been wrong about some of this. I might have been wrong about all of it. I don't know. Red Titanite chunks, Solar Ray Warrior. Green Titanite shards. Red Titanite chunk. Red Titanite chunk. Yeah, bye.
Why, you didn't you get away? Well, you saved me.
What? No.
Dear me, what can I say?
I didn't save
I
you.
have failed you.
No. God damn it.
My dear little...
What? Oh, fuck me. I got it wrong. You're supposed to just leave him down here. But that's bullshit. He killed him by himself. Oh well. I'm stuck with the ending I've got, and I'm just going to have to live with that. But the thing is, I don't know. Is this the way to go? Fuck, man, I don't know. Hello? Interesting. You're not a mimic, are you? Oh, the Red Titanite slab. Well, we've all made mistakes. I think this is the right way to go. Oh, that sucks, though. Poor Siegmeyer. I tried to give him his one last hurrah, and that just didn't work out for the poor bastard. Ah, shit! Another one. I love being a spell mage, by the way. A spell mage? No, I mean a spell sword. Let me see. I believe this is where I have to drop down. And then come over this way, I think. Oh, shit. That's not the right way at all. Wait. Maybe? Fuck. I think I'm lost. Oh, wait. I don't want to do that. Path ahead. Ah, yes, here we go. This is the way. Ugh, wow, I'm so glad I found that. I was about to get really fucking worried for a second. Well, that's depressing. Oh well, at least it can't get any worse. Oh yeah, I should switch this out. Switch that for that. And I'll put that away. Yep, okay. I switch to my Yellowstone plate ring because I know this motherfucker is coming up. Come on now. You know, now might be an excellent time to try out the different catalysts that I've got. So that did 176. Fuck. Oh wow, it's doing way more right now. Well, this is the one I'm going to be using for the time being. Uh-oh. Oh, no! There was a little bit of an input delay there. I tried to cast, and then he hit me, which stunned me just long enough for the follow-up. Oh boy, this is going to be a very fun trek back to that zone. You know what? Now might be a good time to kindle this bonfire, just in case. Nah, I'm sure I'll be fine. I got too ahead of myself. I relied too much on my sorcery shotgun. Oh, well. Speaking of, you know, switch back to... Oh, I got an Estus flask back. Well, alright then. Well, okay then. I'll take it. Whoa, oh my god, calm down there, video game. There we go, that's what I need. That double hit. It's a double header. I don't think I ever finished what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about fire and lightning weapons in this game and how they kind of ruined the balancing. It's just that, especially early on, you see, because fire and lightning weapons have no scaling when it comes to your stats, something that they changed in later games. And because of that, you have, but they want them to still be, you know, worth a damn, so the players feel like it's not, you know, a waste of their time. So, they still did a fairly respectable amount of damage. But the problem was, especially early on, before they nerfed the absolute ever-loving shit out of fire and lightning weapons, was that in a lot of cases they were better than what you could get if you actually did a proper build with stat investment. So it was like, you know, why bother doing anything else for a long time? Get the fuck... No, fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Wow, okay. No, I'm not even gonna worry about you. You know what? I kind of like this staff. I feel like a proper elder wizard right now. So, it really kind of ruined the balancing because you could get better weapons without having to have, like, proper stat investment. Look at all of these fucking things. Look at all these fucking things, and they're all super awful to fight. Well, none over there. But yeah, so eventually they decided to nerf the ever-loving shit out of elemental weapons because they just, you know, they were just too good. I might regret this. This thing is strong. Okay, I'll take that. And I'll go ahead and get my regular ring back on. Demon Titanite. Fun fact. That is the only Titanite demon in the entire game that actually respawns. He's the only one. So if you want to do a build that uses a boss soul weapon, this is the place to come. You have to kill that guy over and over again to get enough Demon Titanite. Oh, shit. There's a crystal lizard. In order to get enough Demon Titanite... In order to get enough Demon Titanite to upgrade your boss soul weapon fully. That's right, that's right. Run. No, you little fucker. Damn it. Ah. There's a red light down there. And a familiar face. Look, it's Solaire. Maybe he's feeling better from earlier where he was kind of depressed. And these weird tick monsters that are running away from me. Get the fuck out of here, tick.
Finally, I have found it. I have. My very own son. I am the son. I've done it. I have. Yes. I did. I did. Oh. Oh.
Very strange noises he's making. But, here's my friend, and he's attacking me. And I do have to be careful here, because Solaire is for fucking real. Fuck. Solaire is for fucking real, though. He is quite strong. I have seen him be able to do a lot of damage. How the fuck did he do that? Oh, it must be the follow-up to the R2 on his sword. Oh, shit. Oh, man. See, like, he hits pretty hard.
Oh, it's over. My son. It's setting. It's dark. So dark.
You know, it's kind of appropriate the shadows are cast across me like this. Okay, so it's confession time. I knew that that would happen, and I did it on purpose because I feel like this is kind of a really pivotal scene in Dark Souls 1. There are a lot of people, not a lot of people, there are some people who theorize that being an undead, he's finally hollowed out, but personally, I don't know about that. Because of that motherfucker right the fuck over there. There's a unique one of those monsters that is staring daggers at you. Get the fuck out of here. With glowing red eyes. And one of these things was actually on Solaire's head. And I can prove it too. Because now I have it. And it's dead. Let's see, where is it? The fuck is it? Am I dumb? Am I blind? Oh wait, hang on. Am I mistaken? I must be mistaken. There's, okay, never mind. You kill it, you kill that one to get it. Once you kill it, you can wear it. But like I said, he's not hollowed out. One of these things was on top of his head. And kind of similarly, if I can't quite see it now. Ah, here we go. But this one here has glowing red eyes. And when you first get in here, it's backed up against a corner, and it sees you. Oh wow, the frame, because it's not in frame, the frame rate on it is bad. Oh, now it's in frame. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of you. So now it drops the sunlight maggot. Alright. Should be toward the bottom here. Here we go. This is exactly what he had on his head. Only the difference was, it's kind of implied that the one that was on his head was still alive. A loathsome parasite that inhabits Lost Izalith. It is completely immobile, yet still lives. When worn on the head, it emanates blinding light, which is why it is known as a sunlight maggot. Okay, so it is still alive. The difference is, I beat mine into submission. Though, to me, I still find, like, the theory that one of them is unique and has charmed Solaire in a way is a fairly viable idea that, you know, I'm pretty okay with. Now we're back in the demon ruins. So, confession time. I don't know if it's the first time, but it is the first one that I can really remember in my entire time with video games. Finding Solaire and having to fight and kill him was, for me, it was the first thing that I could remember in a video game that properly made me cry. The first time it happened, when I first came through here, and I didn't understand. And I'll tell you that part of it is because I didn't understand how the event was set up to sequence. I thought the event triggered because it was my own fault. Because when I was going through there, I was keeping my distance from those bug things. Because I didn't know what they were, I was low on resources, and I was desperate to just get to the bonfire, the next bonfire I could find in one piece. Still alive. And so when I found him like that, and I realized that one of those things had climbed on top of him, and it seemed to be manipulating him in a way, I felt as though it were my own fault. I realize now that that's not the case. That's just how the event is set up to go down, unless certain specific parameters are met. Certain, very specific parameters. Aha. And what do we have here? As if this episode were not depressing enough yet, there are a couple more stops we need to make. The Helm of Thorns, the Armor of Thorns, the Gauntlet of Thorns. Oh yeah, I should look at Solaire's equipment. So his equipment is pretty solid equipment, actually, Solaire's is. If I'm not mistaken, it's on par with the Elite... No, it's a little bit worse than the Knight Armor. But let's see here. So, Armor of Solaire, Knight of Sunlight. The large holy symbol of the sun emanate... What? The large holy symbol of the sun, while powerless, was painted by Solaire himself. Solaire's incredible prowess must have come from rigorous training alone, for his equipment exhibits no special traits. And I don't know if his helmet has anything unique on it. Of high quality, but lacking any particular powers. Incredible prowess, yeah, more or less the same. But his sword, I do believe, is a bit similar, but different. This standard longsword belonging to Solaire of Astora is of high quality, is well forged, and has been kept in good repair, easy to use, dependable, but unlikely to live up to its grandiose name. Fair enough. Oh yeah, the barbed straight sword, which, Dark Knight Kirk, the Knight of Thorns, dropped earlier. The choice weapon of the infamous Dark Wraith Kirk, also known as Knight of Thorns, for the gnarly spikes on his favorite weapon. This frightful sword deals only thrust attacks and causes heavy bleeding. Oh, I get it. It doesn't do proper slashing damage because it's covered in spikes, so it does piercing damage. That's unique, I guess. So let's see here. I've also got this Pierce Shield, which was dropped by Siegmeyer. Shield of a certain Knights of Katarina, used in attacks with large protrusion in the center. These are kind of interesting. Like, this was a type of buckler that did exist. They weren't quite as big, but as you can see here, like, you do have, instead of a parry, you get, like, this shield thrust, where you use the spike as a weapon. Obviously, you wouldn't, like, bend your shoulder around in such a way for it to, like, be completely behind you and flail it around in front of you, but, you know, it's a thing that did exist. So let's see here. The spike shield, that Knight Kirk drops, kind of a similar thing. You can whack people with it, and it does bleeding damage. Shield in the infamous Dark Wraith Kirk, Knight of Thorns, covered with spikes, can be used as weapon. Shields cause heavy bleeding. Sharp spikes cause heavy bleeding. Let's see here, and where is it? Okay. Shield of Solaire of Astora, Knight of Sunlight, decorated with a holy symbol, but Solaire illustrated it himself, and it has no divine powers of its own. As it turns out, Solaire's incredible prowess is a product of his own training, and nothing more. So his equipment kind of plays him up in such a way where it's like, you know, don't go thinking that he's any kind of, like, special warrior with unique powers or anything. Like, straight up, no. He's just fucking jacked under that armor. And it's impressive as fuck. Right? And, let's see here. There's also the armor of thorns that Kirk dropped as well. Bugger, where is it? Here we go. I might be a little bit heavy with all this on. Yep, a little bit heavy with all this on. But it's a pretty cool looking helmet, I won't lie. And I think there at least were some helmets that sort of looked like this, maybe in like certain circles, but obviously it's a highly inconvenient helmet because every time you want to go take it off, you have to be unnecessarily careful. Helm of Kirk, Knight of Thorns, and notorious member of the Dark Wraiths. A dense patch of thorns grows from its surface. It is a fitting item for the murderous Kirk, for by simply wearing it and rolling one, damages enemies. Okay, where's my headset? Crown of Dusk. The fuck is it? Here we go. Does the armor have anything different? I don't know that it does. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I think that also depends largely on the game. I'm fucking blind. I skipped right over it, didn't I? Oh, here we go. Armor of Thorns. Armor of Kirk, Knight of Thorns, and notorious member of the Dark Wraiths. A dense patch of thorns. It is a fitting, blah, blah, blah. So, no kind of difference. But there's a lot to be said about implication. Okay? Because what is his dead body doing there? We can surmise that after I've beaten him enough times, it's possible maybe he's taken a fatal wound and crawled back here to die. Or maybe he has given up on whatever he was doing and came here and ended his own life to, instead of prolonging the inevitable, because he feels like it just, whatever he's doing isn't going to happen. But that kind of brings about the question, what was he doing? And what did it have to do with being here, next to her? Now, mechanically speaking, being a Dark Wraith, when you kill a person who is the host of that world, you get humanity. And we have reason to believe, well, not reason to believe, I forget what it is, there's something in the game that talks about there is something that in the game that talks about Quailana here, her sister, Quailag, was killing people to get their who wandered into their nest, and feeding her the humanity to help her with this curse that she is afflicted with. This kind of implies that Kirk was doing the same thing. He was going about Lordran, attacking people to take their humanity, to come back here and feed it to her, to make her feel better. perhaps Kirk was very much in the same boat that we were, where he, in his own world, because time is convoluted, and it's kind of implied that he was maybe, you know, in his own timeline, possibly. Maybe he did the same thing like as we did, wherein we killed Quelaag, found out about Quelaag's poor sister, and felt kind of bad about it. And maybe he decided that his new goal as an undead was to go around gathering up as much humanity and feeding it to her as possible to make her feel better, in place of the sister that he killed. But of course, all of this is purely speculative, and none of it is... It's all subtext, and none of it is foretext. No, that's not what I want. And that's kind of interesting. Let's see, a stone dragon. Now there is one more stop I need to make before finishing off Lost Izalith. Oh, by the way, the thing that I neglected to mention was that if you join Quelana's Covenant and you feed her 30 humanity, you can achieve rank 2 in the Covenant, which actually does have a certain benefit. And I don't know how people figured this out, but God bless them for figuring this shit out. If you get to rank 2 in the Covenant via 30 humanity, which takes for fucking ever, by the way, because you have to open up her mouth and feed her one at a fucking time. You know that door that I talked about earlier that was locked, and I said, well, I know how to unlock it. It would have been unlockable from that locked side. And if I had done that and killed the red-eyed variant of those sunlight maggots before I actually went into Lost Izalith proper, then Solaire would not have had one feasting on his brains. And like I said, I find it more plausible that the thing was controlling him, because I can't... Hang on, let me get my other sword out. I can't for any reason... Oh, God. I can't for any reason imagine why Solaire would have attacked us. Man, these things are annoying. I say us, I really mean the player. There's no reason why he would have done that. Unless he was hollowed out, but he wasn't acting like a hollow. Shit, I should really just come... Hello? Yeah, I should just come back here off screen and just kill these things over and over again with my magic to get Twinkling Titanite so I can upgrade all my swords and things. I have to admit, I still really love Ash Lake after all these years. It's kind of in the same boat as Lost Izalith, where there's not really a whole lot here. And the big shame about Lost Izalith especially is that there's not really a whole lot there, but they attach so many important characters, revelations to them. Revelations. I mean, there are so many important key points in so many characters' quest lines there. Kirk, Siegmeyer, Solaire. It's such an important and crucial point for all of those characters. But it sucks. It sucks. It really does. Yeah, I should just dark bead these motherfuckers over and over again and farm them for Twinkling Titanite. Come here, you fucking monster. Amazing. Oh my god, these things drop them a lot. I should really do that after I'm done streaming. Also, I haven't really said it out loud, but I mean, I'm gonna use Solaire's shield. It's not optimal, and there are certain points where I will switch back to another shield for it, but man, I've got to do this for Solaire. I've got to keep this memento of him around. It just feels right to do. I remember, like, eventually what I did with my first character was when I finally, you know, I finally committed to my strength and dexterity to make it a quality build. Oh, is there not the thing here? Oh, that's kind of annoying. Sieglind is supposed to be here with her dead father, I thought. Unless she's hanging out somewhere else. No, that's not what. Firelink Shrine. Well, she's not here. Actually, you know what? I just thought of it. I might have to give the game a little kick to remind it that that's supposed to happen. Yeah, I might have to do that. And if not, then I may have just missed out on the ending of her quest by the way I handled Siegmeyer by mistake. Nope. Well, what's supposed to happen if you do it right, unlike me, is Sieglind is supposed to be here with her father, and depending on how you go about it, Siegmeyer is either alive and like, yes, okay, I'll go back and actually be a father, or Sieglind is supposed to be weeping over his dead body, essentially. Because there's kind of an implication that he hollowed out and she had to kill him. Which it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. Ho-ho, tying it back. Solaire didn't really seem like he was hollowed out. At least there was nothing that seemed to imply that. His skin was still perfectly fine underneath the maggot. He didn't have the beef jerky look, as hollows are wont to do. And when other characters in the game have gone hollow, that was, you know, kind of the thing. They gained the beef jerky look, like I've got going on right now. But, alright, now we are going to go ahead and polish off Lost Izalith. I have to remember how to do this. Shit, I should have equipped fall control. Wrong direction, idiot. Okay. I'll equip it on my next attempt. Because this is going to take a second. So, the final boss at the end of Lost Izalith is one of the worst fucking bosses in the entire game. Bar none. Nobody disagrees with this. It is the fucking worst. What the fuck is going on down there? Why was something taking damage down that way? What the fuck happened? Ah, I forgot about you. Get the fuck over here, you bastard. Ha. Yeah. Alright, sweet. Now I'm going to go ahead and ignore this motherfucker. Like I said, he respawns. Let's see here, I should probably go around the left side here. Ow! Yeah, it's really not worth the time dealing with him. Well, that was exciting. And it's not really worth the time dealing with all of these motherfuckers either. The best thing for this is just run past everything. Because it's not worth the time, because it's a long run. And it's one of the worst bosses in the game. Well, no, it is the worst boss in the game. Alright, let's get this shit over with. Now, I'm going to switch this out for this. I'm going to do this real quick. I may have just wasted that for all I know. So there's not really much to this mechanic, and it doesn't show up that much in the game, and it's one of those weird things. The Bed of Chaos. It looks really fucking awesome, doesn't it? Guess what? It's not. Oh shit, it ran out already. Fuck. Oh well. I don't really need it that much for this first part. Fuck. Okay, fun fact. This is the only boss in the game that has phase changes that stay. So it has phase changes like other bosses in the game, but when you unlock a phase change in this boss fight, it stays, even if you die. Do you know why? Because if they didn't do that, it would be bullshit. Which is such a shame. The design for this monster is absolutely fantastic. It's just that the actual fight itself is bullshit. And that's partly why. That's new. And that's the other reason why, because there are insta-death pits that the thing can knock you into. Fuck. Like that. Just the fuck like that. And that's why it's the worst goddamn boss in the entire fucking game. Because that shit happens, and it's the least fair fucking thing you've ever seen. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Actually, I'm thinking about it. I'm actually gonna swap this out for this, because I can use it more. And then I'm gonna switch you out for fall control. There we go. We're gonna give that one more go. But luckily, since it has phase changes that stay, because thank God, I don't have to hit that orb on the right again. I just have to go over to the left one now. Let's see here, wrong way. Okay, again. Okay, there we go. This way I can drop off of things and scrape a little bit of extra time off of there. The reason I'm using the magic shield spell is because with the magic shield spell I can block things really well. And that way I can take those giant claws sweeping me and not get my shield just blown the fuck open. Unfortunately, there's not really a good way to deal with getting around this guy. You kind of just have to... wing it, really. Oh, fuck. Oh. I get the feeling that's going to be a recurring thing. Huh. Haha, your lightning can't hit me here, fucker. Everybody get the fuck out of my way. Well, that wasn't so bad. Only took like a minute and a half, maybe. Okay, get me in there. Put me in, coach. I may as well give up on all those souls that I had. It's just that there's so many souls. I probably should have spent them before coming in here. Yeah, there's no ifs or about it. I definitely should have done that. Because now they're over there. And the only way to get them is to go back over there, which will waste a lot of time. See, now I can eat those hits. Fuck, how do I get on the other side? I really want those souls back because there's so many of them. Ah, fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh my fucking god. I should not have wasted my time getting those souls. Okay. New plan. Let's try this again. Now you can see why I'm saying that it is the absolute worst fucking boss in the game. Because just getting knocked into pits and instantly dying fucking sucks. Is it this way? Fucking, oh my god, I'm so... It's pretty bad. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give up on those souls. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give up on those souls. I don't need those souls. I can farm for those souls. I can just farm for those souls later. I can do it. I can give them up. That was really poor planning on my part. I don't need them. I don't need them. I definitely don't need them. What I do need is a sip of this tea. Ah. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. Oh my god. So, yeah, I'm just not going to be able to not get hit going by him, apparently. Which is a little bit annoying, but whatever. Out of my way, fucks. Said out of my way. Didn't you just fucking hear me? Get the fuck out of my fucking way, you fucking fucks. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. What do these say? Be wary of tears. Death ahead. Fair enough. This sequence in particular is really grating because it's so unnecessarily quiet. Okay. Fuck. See, that's why I'm using this fucking shield spell. Fuck. Fuck. Can I get 2 seconds? Oh my god. Fucking Christ. Oh my god. Ah! Okay. Oh. It's such a shame that this boss fight is so god-awful. Because this is so cool. It's the coolest it ever was. Excuse me. Pardon me. Ah! You're testing me. You are trying my fucking patience. Am I dead? I just died. Well, I managed to give up those souls. Oh, it hurts so bad. Alright, well, you know what they say. 4th time's the fucking charm, right? This'll be it. This is gonna be it. I will not be doing this a 5th time. Absolutely not. Not that way. Okay, this way. Wait, shit. Fall control. Right. Duh. Duh! Hmm. Okay. But yeah, I mean, you can see that my strategy was at least a little bit effective. And trust me, there's not really a lot of effective strategy that you can use against this. Oh, hang on. I can see the seams of the game world coming apart. Oh no. How unfortunate. If only this boss fight weren't so fucking terrible and it made me come back here 3 times. More than necessary. I wouldn't have noticed that otherwise. How unfortunate, Dark Souls. Ha! Ha! Eat that, motherfucker. I finally figured you out. Well, that was a little bit flaccid. Okay, here we go. Alright. This is it, folks. That was awkward as shit. Are you fucking kidding me with this shit? I swear to God. It was casting the firestorm thing before I even got in there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Fuck! Oh my God. Oh my God. Come on. Huh. No! God damn it! Motherfucker! We are not going to talk about what just fucking happened. We are going to move on with our lives and never address it again. See, that's kind of the big thing. I mean, that's it. That's quintessentially the big fucking reason why it's the worst goddamn boss in the entire fucking game. Because it's bullshit. And there's nothing you can do about it. Except brute force it and hope you get lucky. Enjoy! So, to kind of give you an idea of what exactly happened in case it wasn't totally clear, which I understand if it's not. The sweeping arm was colliding with me, so even though I had invincibility frames during my dodge roll, like so even though I had invincibility frames during my dodge roll and I didn't take damage, I was still physically colliding with the arm, which swept me into the pit instead of where I was trying to land, killing me instantly. Also, come to think of it, I should probably switch this back over to... Yeah, switch this back over to this shield. Because the magic is going to do most of the blocking, so I don't need to worry too much about stability, but this will also hopefully help me take a little bit less damage from the fire. Also, did you like the part where she started casting the firestorm thing before I got into the thing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Are you done? Are you just about done? Oh my fucking god. Okay, so now I'm hoping you're starting to see why this is the worst fucking boss, quite possibly in all of Soul's history. That's right, this is one of the only bosses in the entire game series that Miyazaki himself, the director of the game, actually apologized for. Because it's fucking terrible. I have no idea why that thing down there is taking damage when I get into this zone a certain amount of quickly versus other times. I don't know what that is, or why that is. This is why I wanted to go ahead and get this area out of the way, by the way. At least part of the reason why. Because this is just an absolutely miserable experience for everyone involved. Oh, he jumped back this time. Alright. Maybe I'll also go ahead and switch this to this. Because the fire seemed to be doing a little bit more damage to me than the physical properties. And every time I come here, I have to look at this shitty, unfinished texture underneath as well. And it's just making me all the more pissed off about it, to be honest. It's an area in the game where they just did not spend nearly enough time actually working on this. Okay. Please don't do the fucking firestorm. Oh my fucking god, are you fucking kidding me? This is the most miserable experience of my entire life so far. Considering I work in retail and somehow this is making me want to kill myself more than doing that, that's kind of saying something, right? It's not just me. I wonder if I can survive that fall. I don't know. Fall control only allows you to survive, or at least take no fall damage on falls that you could survive anyways. Which is a little bit, in my opinion, unintuitive for a spell called fall control. That's like if you're playing Dungeons and Dragons and you're like, oh shit, I'm falling, I better cast Feather Fall so I don't break my legs. And then the DM's like, oh no, 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 see, like you would have died from this fall anyway, so you die. What? But that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, here we go. Man, this is a really weird secret level in Crash Bandicoot. Oh, God. I swear to God. I swear to God. It's happening this time. It's fucking happening. Don't tell me it's not happening this time. Because you're fucking wrong. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna cast this before I jump. And hope that it lasts long enough. Which it might not last long enough, actually. Because this is such a long fucking slide. But that'll give me a little bit more time. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Oh my god, I did it. Oh, thank god. I've got to hurry. That's the actual bed of chaos. That fucking thing. That tiny little tick monster. That, you know, doesn't look too dissimilar from the sunlight maggots that I found earlier. God damn, I never ever want to do this again. Just fucking gouge my eyes out, please. Please gouge my eyeballs out and make me never have to look upon this boss again. Okay. Let's see, I'll go ahead and put a point into dexterity, why not? Alright. How many do I have? Oh, I have enough to... Bada bing. Sweet. Just 2 more and I can have that fully upgraded. Okay, I'll worry about that off screen. Now there's one more thing I want to do. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Township? No. Township? No. Garden? No. Sanctuary. Yes. I think. Okay, now I'm going to switch this out. Fuck. Okay, going to go and put... Let's see here. This is actually probably better. Okay. Swap my spells back around to how I like them. Okay. Now we're back here. Because this is the scene that I'm going to show off at the end of this episode. Kind of lead into next time. There is sort of a reason that I did this. Well, while I'm at it, I might as well go ahead and do a couple. Get over here, you. It's okay that I took that extra damage. It's not too big of a deal. Now I just need to run my happy ass on over this way. Because I'm so very happy right now. Oh, you know what? I forgot to read the description on this. Lord Soul. Soul of Bed of Chaos, Mother of Demons. Soul of the Bed of Chaos, and Mother of all Demons. This Lord Soul was found at the dawn of the Age of Fire. The witch Izalith almost walked off a cliff. The Witch of Izalith attempted to duplicate the first flame from a soul, but instead created the distorted being of chaos and fire. Its power formed a bed of life, which would become the source of all demons, and is more than enough to satiate the Lord vessel. So it's kind of implied that, like, this whole, like, oh, she tried to create a new fire from her own soul. And it's like, oh, okay, how well did that work out? Oh, it didn't. It didn't work out. Let's see here. Over this way, and then over that way. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Of course, that fucker Chester is dead. Absolute bastard. I fucking hate that guy. I can't believe, like, he's gonna attack me and then act like I'm the motherfucker for trying to call him out on his shit. Wait a second. This is not where... This is not the right one. Not quite, not quite. There's another one around here somewhere. Ah, this way. We need to go down. Deeper. Deeper into the abyss. Yes, good. Also, just think about how ungodly fast those elevators are moving. Ah! Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away. Get away from me. Ah, now I just have to remember which way I actually have to go. What did I just say? Fuck off. Perhaps traveling to... Perhaps traveling to bonfire at the onset of the abyss would have been the better decision, actually. But I came over this way because this way I could get rid of her. Yes, yes, this is why you do this. Because you get rid of her, and that way she's not shooting you in the back while you're trying to get down there. Because this is the path here. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that there's no way in hell I'm going to get this on the first try. Let's see, is there things down this way? The fuck is this shit? Ow, fuck. It hurts. How much of my HP did that do? Pretty much half. Damn. The little ones hurt a lot less, but still. Damn, that's rough. Hello? Oh, hi. Oh, a white titanite slab. Nice. Ow. Let's see here. Now, what is this message here? Imminent boss. That it is, my friend. That it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the fuck rid of these things. And these things are guarding an item. After this, I'll be able to ignore these guys. Another soul of a hero. Time to throw it on the pile. Alright. So this has a unique cutscene introducing this boss. And in order to not skip it, I'm going to have this here. Hey, it's that hand that grabbed me at the beginning of the DLC. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool. So this is Manus, Father of the Abyss. Ah ha ha ha. Oh, alrighty then. Alright then. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, fuck. He's big, but he's also fast, which is a little bit of a misnomer in a Souls game. Ow. So this first segment, this is phase 1. It's not too bad. Yeah, there we go. He has a sort of go apeshit mode there. This is not too bad. Oh, that reach behind himself attack is definitely just getting the better of me every time. He's not too bad though. He's not too bad. He really isn't. It's just a matter of kind of like learning this first phase to be able to have enough resources to deal with phase 2. Oh. That's pretty rough. Now, if this were Dark Souls 3, that would have killed me instantly for falling for it at all. Alright, come here, you fuck. The main problem that I'm running into, as you can kind of see, though, is that I'm just... There's no way that I'm gonna be able to dole out enough damage and still, like, be able to deal with him. Like, at the rate I'm going, it's just, I'm not damaging him quick enough to be able to keep up with his damage output. Which has one of two solutions. Either one, I just... fuck. I don't know what to do against that. Because if I dodge the first one, the second hit gets me. It's almost like attacks on your HP. Like, just attack. Not attacks as in multiple attacks, which he is still doing, yes. But I mean, like, attacks as in you gotta pay the HP tax. And, like, see, I don't really know how to deal with that. It's been too long since I've dealt with it. Fuck. Yeah. Fuck. Let's see if he's a big fan of his own medicine. Let's see how he likes it. He's okay with it. Oh, you absolute bastard. Fuck. Yeah. Oh! Alright then. So that's Manus, Father of the Abyss. A pretty okay design. I mean, the design is pretty solid, but ultimately just, you know, it's just one of those things. It's going to take me a little bit of a minute. Because there are one of two ways I can go about dealing with him, and I'm kind of debating on how I'm going to do this. Because either one, I can throw myself against him over and over and over and over and over and over again until I learn his pattern so perfectly that I'm dodging every move. Which, I mean, that'll work. Or two, I could put this on the shelf. I could put this on the shelf and come back to it later. At which point, I will be able to simply have more Estus flasks at my disposal. But that will be something to discuss another time. For the time being, I'm so glad this episode is fucking over. Jesus Christ. The Bed of Chaos is just the absolute fucking worst. And there's really nothing else to say about it. It's just the worst. It's the worst thing in the entire series, probably. Possibly, more than likely. And I'm glad it's over. So thank you for watching. Thank you, and good night.